Hello, hello. It is Sarah Waggle, astrologer and leadership coach here for Moon Astrology Tarot, this time for the moon in Virgo with the sun in Sagittarius. And so this is the third quarter moon square. So when I did the moon in Gemini, I talked about how the sun and the moon were opposites. Well, now the moon has moved up to, so if the sun is at the 9 point, actually, let me back this up a little bit. Because with astrology, yes, it's a clock face, but we start with 1 on where the 9 would be, because astrology runs on the ecliptic, right? On what the hell, equator. And so we want to think about 1 being at, and I hope this is translating to my left, because it's my left hand, but I never know if the video is mirroring me or not. So maybe just listen. Okay. So if Aries is at the first sign of the zodiac, so 0 Aries is the first degree of the zodiac, we are talking about the sun being at 9. Okay. And we are talking about the moon being in 6. So this makes a 90-degree angle. It's a square. That's how we get the third quarter moon square. Okay. So the moon in Virgo, which is the 6th sign of the zodiac, and then Sag is the 9th sign of the zodiac. That's how we get that third quarter moon square. Okay, so Virgo is physical body, it's routines, it's an earth sign, it's ruled by Mercury. And so we're thinking about our body and our physical body and how our physical body feels as we are expanding sun in Sagittarius, right? And we've just had transits that have opened us up to releasing a lot of relationships and a lot of potentially like old ways of being. Maybe we're shifting our belief systems. And people are starting to show their true colors this Sag season, with Mars being in Sag, Mercury about to go retrograde in about 10 days from this moon. And we've got Venus moving into Scorpio. So we got people maybe talking shit, maybe being stupid and erratic, but people are showing their true colors, right? The masks, masks are coming off, the fakery is coming off, and this is good. And you always want to believe when someone shows you their true colors the first time, believe them, right? Find a new guy and you meet this new guy and you think he's all amazing, and at the first red flag you're like, what the oh shit. That's it. You need to stop at the first red flag. Now granted, we all suck at that, right? Like we all want to overlook the first. We got those rose colored goggles on. We don't have the rose colored goggles on now. We can see it. It's as clear as day that people are speaking their truth. People are showing their true colors. People are showing us who they really are. So with the transits that occurred around the full moon in Gemini on the 27th. Then we had a transit that occurred on the 29th, Venus conjunct the South Node. And now we are here on December 3rd through 6th, and Venus is going to move into Scorpio. And Mars in Sagittarius, we've got a lot of fiery, amped up. People are just, like I said, talking shit, or they're showing their true colors, they're shifting their belief systems, perhaps they're changing their mind. But feel it in your body. What does it feel like when you interact with someone, when you interact with a person? Are you like, is your there's that whole butterflies in your stomach thing, but there's also like your gut is wrenching, your gut is like not okay. It's trying to send you a message, right? This is what we talk about with Virgo, is the digestive system. How we feel is usually telling how our gut is doing. Or like, I don't know, I get super trembly when the energy is off. But it took me a while to learn that, because I thought that meant that it was a good thing. Like, oh, I'm just nervous, I'm just anxious because this is going to be a good relationship or a good whatever, good alliance, good, stepping stone in my work or whatever. And I get all trembly and shaky and I couldn't even type. And actually what I found out was that was the sign of a bad situation. Like my energy was like, no, that's not the relationship you want to be in. And as soon as I let that relationship go, the shaking stopped, the pit, that knot in my gut stopped, and all of that. So we really want to pay attention to your gut and what your gut is saying. Okay, so in the tarot we have, I'm going to start with the Knight of Cloaks in reverse. This is the Knight of Wands in traditional tarot. This is Toreth from the Romulans. I don't remember much about the Romulans. It's not a lot of Star Trek Next Gen episodes I watched a lot of were the Romulan ones. But the point of this card is that, you may have like adopted an ally or decided to build an alliance with someone, and you're realizing that their like feisty or careless fearlessness is a detriment to your collab with them, your collaboration with them. And so you're like, oh shit, probably shouldn't have to, like, that's not good. That's not good for where I want to go. Right. Okay. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. This means you've already made the decision. You're in touch with your emotions. This is actually very much a Virgo moon card, because this is about emotional intelligence. You're in touch with your emotions. You know what your body feels like when something's right, something's wrong. You kind of have a good concept of that. So when you feel it, again, you don't ignore the first red flag. You know right away, like this ain't gonna work. And or you've already made the decision to cut off the careless, fearless person that's causing detriment to your work. So that's what I have for the moon in Virgo. I'm trying this new idea of, because I have a standing desk, so I figured I would try and do one of these standing. And I feel like I just move more when I'm standing. So I don't know if that's a good idea for videos or not. We'll see. Anyway, all right. Also, the new moon in Sag video will be posted very, like, when is it? It's the 12th. So it'll be posted probably around the 6th, like it'll air around the 6th. I'm also going to be doing a special for wrapping up 2023 and heading into 2024. I'm going to get that video up. I am, fingers crossed, that one will air on the 15th of December, midpoint of the month. Why the hell not? But I want to get that posted for you guys and all of that. And I'll talk about, like I said, tying up loose ends of 2023 and walking into 2024. But what I will say is, and I think I've said this in a couple of these videos, maybe even in the Gemini full moon video, is this is all about staying in your lane. This is all about you focusing on you. And I'm not saying don't invite other people to your journey, right? We have to work together as a society, as a culture, but it's a matter of like getting in your own awarenesses, getting in your own like self-validation, and being in your own space as far as like your belief systems and whatnot, like being in your own truth. There we go. Okay, so pay attention to those. Also, you can book with me. You can get the basic sun, moon, rising reading or report, and that will help you understand the new and full moon videos that much better. And you can get the advanced reading, which will give you an idea of some of the transits coming up and whatnot. And when you watch that 2023 into 2024 wrap up and preview video, might be another offer in there. I'm just saying, there might be. So pay attention for that. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you on the next video.